morning, dear students. Welcome to Genesis. In this lecture, we are going to discuss double circulation and hepatic portal system. Double circulation. This is the kind of circulation which is seen in human body. And why do we call it double? Because in our body, the blood flows to the heart twice. And that is why this entire double circulation is divided into two phases. A very short phase of pulmonary circulation, which is related to flow of blood between heart and the lungs, and the long phase of systemic circulation, which is about flow of blood between heart and the body. Now let us quickly understand pulmonary circulation first. So from the heart, when the blood has to go to the lungs for purification, then the blood vessel which carries the blood to the lungs for purification is known as pulmonary artery. So this pulmonary artery comes out from which side of the heart? As we all know, the right side of the heart obtains deoxygenated blood from the body. So it is from the right side of the heart that the pulmonary artery, and especially the right ventricle of the heart, that the pulmonary artery arises, and this pulmonary artery carries the oxygen deficient blood to the lungs for its purification. Now on its way to the lung, this pulmonary artery branches into two. One goes to the left lung, another goes to the right lung. After purification, two branches again arise from the lung and they join to form another pipeline which is known as pulmonary vein. This pulmonary vein contains oxygen rich blood, and as we know, the oxygen rich blood is always poured towards the left side of the heart. So now this is poured in the left atrium, and this comes out from the right ventricle. I'll repeat this part again. From the left ventricle of the heart, the oxygen deficient blood is taken by the pulmonary artery and is sent to the lungs for purification. From the lungs, the purified blood is then collected by the pulmonary vein, and this pulmonary vein pours the purified blood into the left atrium. Now let's go to the systemic circulation. In case of systemic circulation, this from the left atrium, the blood flows to the left ventricle, and from left ventricle through aorta, which is a very thick bloodline, the blood is sent to every part of the body. So from left atrium to left ventricle, and now through aorta, the blood is going to the body. From the body, the oxygen deficient blood is now collected and is poured back to the heart. But the pipeline which pours it back to the heart is known as vena cava. We know there are two superior and inferior vena cava, and the superior and inferior vena cava will now pour this blood to the right atrium. And from the right atrium, it is going to the right ventricle, and from right ventricle, the process continues. So there are two phases of double circulation, and these are the blood vessels which are involved. So very clearly we can see the blood actually flows through the heart twice. Once from the lungs into the heart, and another time from the body into the heart, and vice versa. This is the reason why this circulation is known as double circulation. Double circulation is very important because in this kind of circulation, there will be no mixing of oxygen deficient and oxygen rich blood, as a result of which the amount of oxygen in the blood will always remain high. It will never drop. And for organisms like us who have to maintain a constant body temperature, especially mammals, we need oxygenated blood because we need more energy. This is the reason why we have double circulation, because the requirement of energy in our body is more, as a result of which we cannot afford mixing of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. Now let us quickly understand hepatic portal system. Now let us understand hepatic portal system. I can understand ये diagram देख के बहुत confusing लगता होगा, but it is very easy. Don't go after the diagram. समझना बहुत आसान है. When you talk about hepatic portal system, hepatic word का मतलब है liver. So we are talking about something related to the liver. Remember one thing, when we discuss hepatic portal system, we primarily discuss systemic circulation. Pulmonary circulation के बारे में हम नहीं बात करेंगे. That means here we are only talking about the flow of blood from the heart to various organs of our body. Let us quickly see what happens here. From the heart, on this side, I have written the names of all the arteries which are carrying oxygen-rich blood to various organs of your body. And on the other side, I have mentioned the names of veins which are carrying out oxygen-deficient blood from the organs and sending it back to the heart. तो जैसे heart को हमने center में रखा, right above it are your upper limbs. आपके upper limb में oxygen-rich blood ले जाने का काम करता है subclavian artery. Above it is the brain. The function is performed by carotid artery to bring oxygen rich blood to your brain. अब heart के नीचे let's see, liver में लेके आता है hepatic artery, to your gut which is your small intestine mesenteric artery, to your kidney renal artery, and to the lower limbs iliac artery. Now let's see this side. From your brain, the oxygen deficient blood is carried or brought back to the heart by the jugular vein, from the upper limb by subclavian vein. Now let's go down from your lower limb by iliac vein. Here is the lower limb and this is the iliac vein. Then from your kidney by renal vein. Now comes the question, from your gut you are expecting कि जैसे mesenteric artery oxygen rich blood हमारे small intestine तक ले आता है, वैसे there will be a blood vessel which is going to carry the deoxygenated blood from the gut directly to the heart. लेकिन ऐसा नहीं होता है. Can you see there is no name here? Why? Because the blood after digestion, as you know, we all know the site of digestion is the small intestine. So as soon as the oxygen rich blood enters your small intestine, वहाँ जब digestion हो जाता है, then digested nutrients को absorb करके that blood can never directly go to the heart. It has to go to another person. वो another person है liver, because the liver will now do the calculation and decide कौन सी चीजें उस blood में रहने वाली हैं और कौन सी चीजें excess में हैं. अगर कुछ excess में है, the liver will keep it with itself, like glucose for the matter of fact. So क्या होता है, the blood from the gut does not directly go to the heart. It will first go to the liver, and जो pipeline और जो blood vessel blood को ले जाता है from the gut to the liver, that is known as the hepatic portal vein. From liver जब पूरा काम हो गया, लिवर ने जो भी एक्सेस ऑफ ग्लूकोज है उसे अपने पास रख लिया, जितना ग्लूकोज जरूरत था उसे सर्कुलेट किया, जितने अमाइनो एसिड्स की जरूरत थी उससे सर्कुलेट किया, एक्सेस को रख लिया, देन दैट ब्लड फ्रॉम द लिवर विल नाउ गो टू द हार्ट, एंड दैट इज हैपनिंग बाय हेपेटिक वेन. एंड फिर क्या होगा, फ्रॉम हार्ट अगेन इट विल बी सर्कुलेटेड टू द एंटायर बॉडी लाइक इट हैपेंस. सो बस हमें याद रखना है दैट लाइक वी हैव मेसेंटेरिक आर्टरी व्हिच ब्रिंग्स ऑक्सीजन रिच ब्लड टू योर स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन, देयर इज नो मेसेंटेरिक वेन, देयर इज हेपेटिक पोर्टल वेन जो कि ब्लड को गट से लिवर के पास ले जाता है, एंड देन देयर इज अ वेन फ्रॉम द लिवर व्हिच विल टेक द ब्लड टू द हार्ट. ये जो हेपेटिक पोर्टल सिस्टम है, दिस इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट बिकॉज हमारे बॉडी में हर एक चीज का एक बैलेंस होता है. सो फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ यू हैव हैड अ लॉट ऑफ फूड समडे, तो आपके बॉडी में बहुत ग्लूकोज हो जाता है, लेकिन उतने ग्लूकोज को आपके ब्लड में सर्कुलेट नहीं किया जाता है बिकॉज दैट कैन कॉज हार्म टू योर बॉडी. द एक्सेस ऑफ ग्लूकोज इज कन्वर्टेड इनटू समथिंग एंड केप्ट इन द लिवर. अगर इफ यू know this answer, write down in the comment box that excess of glucose is converted into what and stored in human body. I will be waiting for your answer. So with this we finish the hepatic portal system and double circulation. We are going to meet again in the next lecture. Keep revising, subscribe my channel. Thank you.